Hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you on a Friday. We're tracking the gloomy weather. Gloomy conditions continue right now around our area. That's something we've been dealing with for, it feels like a while. I guess it's only been about 2 days. But either way, this is maybe not all that easy to take for us with the clouds, the drizzle, the light rain showers, and the cool air too. All of that is set to go away from us for a couple of days starting this weekend. So by Saturday afternoon, and into on Sunday, we're in better shape. That's kind of where I see things for us. Next week, though, back to winter for a couple days before we have another impressive warm-up toward the end of next week. You see what we're doing? It's kind of a up and down crazy forecast. So let's get right to it here. We're looking live over Greensboro right now. Man, it is a gloomy and miserable kind of an evening right now. That's what we're seeing. Clouds thick, low on the ground, bit of a drizzle as well, as you can see right here pretty plainly. And it's cold. Temperatures are only in the mid-40s right now around our area. And that's kind of the way it's been basically all day long. And it doesn't matter where you look. Everyone is basically seeing the same kind of condition right now with the gloomy skies, the fogginess, the mistiness, and the wet weather too. Temperatures, again, not all that warm. In fact, they're really cold for this time of year. About 10 degrees below average. Could be worse. We've been worse. We'll be worse on Monday, actually. But right now, looking at mid-40s area-wide. Low 50s in the foothills. The reason it's a little warmer over there has to do with a couple hours of sunshine. It was a little warmer earlier today because of that sunshine over there. Now, where do we go from here? Well, we're likely to kind of see some foggy conditions at times overnight tonight. So similar to last night, not quite as bad, but there could be a little bit of fog over those evening and overnight hours. Let me slow that down a little bit more so you can see it. But this is later on tonight. We could see some of this fog kind of thickening up and moving through the area. So we're going to have to watch for this here. Notice as we get to the overnight, that fog only gets a little bit thicker, and it probably won't be gone from us until about 10 o'clock or so tomorrow morning. So fog getting pretty thick overnight and lingering through about 10 a.m., and then once it's gone, it's gone. But we have to kind of get there first. Here's another way to look at it on the Futurecast. Again, this is mostly fog overnight that kind of develops and lingers around the area. And then by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, boom, we get the sunshine back. And we should have a pretty good time getting into the 60s for the afternoon. In fact, some folks could even try and make a run at 70 degrees. I'm not going to be quite that bold with our forecast, just given the uncertainty with the clouds and everything like that. But I would say low 40s for tomorrow morning, mid 60s for tomorrow afternoon. Looks to be a pretty good start to the weekend any way you slice it. And keep in mind, this is the cooler. This is the cooler of the 2 days. Sunday is shaping up to be even warmer. So here's the reason behind all of this weather that we're seeing. The reason we were so cool and cloudy and misty throughout the day today had to do with our weather setup. What we had cool air, high pressure to the north, sending in this chill around low pressure. And that low pressure just offshore is still providing some extra moisture as well from the Atlantic Ocean. So that's a very classic, what we call a wedge setup as well around our area. That's something that we've seen a lot over the course of the winter season. We had it again tonight. Why it'll change throughout the day tomorrow, both of those features are moving offshore. So low pressure goes away from us, high pressure goes away from us. As they move away from our area, we will see better amounts of clearing and some warmth moving into the area. So for tomorrow afternoon, how about some 60s? For Sunday afternoon, even a little warmer. How about some 70s? So that's going to be the way that we start and finish the weekend. But there is some drama brewing. Let's take a look here. You can see very clearly a strong cold front just to our north. That's going to be sliding south by Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. So much that we're going to see probably a 30 to 40 degree temperature drop throughout the day on Sunday night into Monday. So that's going to take us from the 70s Sunday afternoon probably to the 30s on Monday afternoon. Pretty impressive. So that's going to be something we're going to have to deal with. And as that happens, there is actually some potential of some wet weather to go along with it. So let me show you a couple of options. This would be early on Monday and then getting into Monday afternoon and Monday evening. This model has a little bit of rain and maybe some mix kind of coming into western North Carolina. That's Monday night. And then into Tuesday morning, mostly just a chilly rain for us. But temperatures at this point in time will be in the low 30s, so right around freezing. So there's some stress with this about what our temperature looks like and what it could deliver for us. Now, there are some other models that try and bring some winter weather to our area. Is that right? I'm not so sure just yet. I think for us, more likely we would probably be looking at a mix of cold rain and a mix of what we call freezing rain, which is when you have regular rain and temperatures right around 32 or below 32 degrees. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. It's still a little ways away. We have a bit of time to refine the forecast here, but bottom line, very sure that temperatures are going to be crashing and falling dramatically from Sunday into Monday. We know that. And then Monday night into Tuesday morning would be the time to watch for possibly some of that freezing rain mixing in with any chilly rain showers for our area. Now, could you get impacts from that? Could you have problems that develop? It's possible. There could be some problems that develop. Mostly would be like a glaze of icing happening in the trees. Probably wouldn't be seeing slippery roads. I wouldn't expect that given how warm we've been over the weekend. That's probably not super likely. But I will say, let's just kind of keep an eye on this here. Going into Monday evening, Tuesday morning, that would be the time frame to watch. Once you get past that, next week is a warm weather free-for-all. So it'll be a little cool to start Monday and Tuesday, but once you get toward the middle and end of next week, just look at how we are building that warm-up. I mean, this is going to be a significant one for our area. Once you get to next Friday, off to the races. I mean, we could really be in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees at times toward the end of the next weekend. That's going to be some very impressive warmth, and it should last for quite a while too. Keep in mind, we're starting the month of March this weekend. Some winter stats for you. Our average temperature this winter so far, 39.8. What's interesting to me, the last winter, 39.9. Basically the same temperature 2 years in a row and about 2 degrees below average. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast with all the drama that comes along with it. We've got ourselves a warm weekend, 60s and 70s. Monday, Tuesday, a lot colder out there. And then going into early next week, that's the winter chill, of course. And then the end of next week, that's when the warmth starts to build back into our area. So we'll be tracking that for you and a lot more coming up with Brittany Van Voorhees from Charlotte, just about 2 minutes away from now.